Morning guys, right, we finally got the boxer finished. I'm not going to show you in this video because we're going to do a dedicated van tour, which will be the next video. So we're currently working on the ambulance. Yesterday got the solar panels up there. Now the customer had fitted unistrut tracks up here, which to be fair makes the installation so much easier. So I'll show you this. So we fitted two 435 watt monocrystalline panels, but you can see the fittings for them are just so straightforward. So we've got two either end, but there's also a middle unistrut. So we've managed to get them on both of those, which has just absolutely made these solid, because obviously because they're quite long and big panels, these will have more flex in them than a sort of smaller panel. So those little middle fixings have just made these solid. So he's now got 870 watts of solar up here. So what I'm doing is I'm actually going to be keeping these independent of each other, so they're going to have their own isolations, their own MPPT controllers, and they both coming through their own solar glands. This one I did this morning, just put some weight on it just to hold that steady while that goes off. And then inside they're just coming through the roof. Got the two sets of cables here, so they're going to get mounted nicely in the corner and come down here where the rest of my bird's nest is. So this is what I'm actually working on today, is we're building the electric board, which is going in here. I've shown you the inside, this is the outside, so there's a door here and all his electrics are just going to be in here. We're going to put the battery down here. This side bit is off a minute because we've mounted his controls for his fan and his diesel heater control is there, but we have got this board to be able to put on top of that, so then it'll all be nice in here. I don't know if you can see up there, it's quite dark. So that's his electric cupboard, and just in case you've missed it, the inside of it looks like this. So see, there's his diesel heater control and his ceiling fan control. Boys have yesterday started getting doors on, and in fact I wanted to show you these. So we've been using the round push buttons and they were good, you see them in a lot of motorhomes, but these are much better. So the previous ones are made of plastic, whereas these are made of solid metal, but that's not even the best bit, and I'll show you why I like it. And it comes down to this little catch here. So you can see on here they've got these two pistons, and what that does is that when the door goes in and you lock it, those two pistons are applying pressure onto the back of the door. No more rattling doors. So well happy with that. So we're going to use them on all our future builds. They're a bit more expensive, but only marginally, and I'll put the link actually in a description because I'm really impressed with those. Easy to fit, you know, it's still a circular cut out for the latch part, and super simple to fit. Because the catch part, this front bit here, you just line up with the front. Job done. They've done the backboard for the bed, so the customer wanted that blanked off. He said there was a bit of a draft coming from the back doors. Obviously it's an ambulance, it's not built like a normal van, the seals aren't great on them, so he's got that all blocked off. His bed's going to be in here, which they've put the two side ones in. There's one more to go in the middle. Got a nice garage space. He wanted to be able to stack two of these boxes, so we've kept it at a height where those can come in and out nice and easy. Made a start on the dog bed, so this is where the dog's bed's going to be. We're going to do a side and a front, and on the front is going to be an opening very similar to this, and then on top we're putting oak worktop, which will match the kitchen. Now originally he was going to use the laminate that he already had in the van, but I gave him a call earlier in the week because it's not in the best condition. It's got a notch out here, which we don't need it to be there, and then I don't know if you can see it, but on this corner it's all blowing, only slightly, but yeah, it's all blowing. It's Saturday today, so all the kids here. What are you guys doing?
Watching YouTube.
Watching YouTube.
Bad videos.
Right, okay.
Bye.
Yeah, Charles nipped in for half hour. The van that we finished, she's come in just to clean it. So she's out there cleaning that. And Shane is here, he's not normally here on a Saturday. In his van, he's got two gel batteries, and he's changing it over for a lithium, and I'm actually quite impressed with this battery. So he's opted for an eco-worthy battery. That's what, 280 amps?
280 amps.
So I'm really impressed with it actually. He got 280 amp hour battery and it's LifePo 4 grade A cells. It's got a 250 amp BMS which will allow him to put his, well, you can have up to 3 kilowatt on the inverter, but he's got a 2 kilowatt Vanology inverter. So he's taking out these 2 lead acids and going to replace it with the lithium. And you're also doing a diesel heater today as well, aren't you?
Today, yes. So I'm nice and toasty.
Yeah, he never had a diesel heater in his van. I was like, get a heater in. They're on offer at the moment, so we keep using the H-calorie heaters, and we've noticed on Amazon right now they're down to 55 quid. I seen it yesterday at 45 quid. They are ridiculous prices. Don't know why they're so low, but they're really good heaters. We've been using this one in the workshop all winter. It's been hammered every single day. It's worked perfectly. And no, this video isn't sponsored by H-Calorie. Genuinely impressed with them. We've put them in every single van we've built, apart from 2 of them where they wanted auto terms, and they've worked as soon as they've been fitted. Spot on, can't fault them. But let me give you some more details on that battery because I was really impressed with the price. Right, just found the prices. So that 280 amp hour battery is 550 quid. Now, what's it missing? What are you getting for that money? They said it's got grade A lithium cells, 250 amp hour BMS. So good cells, good size BMS. It doesn't have a Bluetooth, so you would, if you wanted to monitor it, put like a shunt or something in. And then the 100 amp hour battery is only 240 quid, which prices are very, very good. Really impressed with it. So we're gonna get it fitted into Shane's van and just get some testing on it. We're gonna ramp up his inverter and see what sort of draws it's gonna accept, don't we?
Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go, see what we can get.
It'll be good. So he's got a little space here, so you've taken the 2 gels out and you're gonna get the lithium in.
I think it'll go nicely in there, and then I can get my diesel heater further up the front then. I think it should work.
Nice.
Give it a go.
Hang on. Alright, Ed. Introducing Shane version 2.0.
It's a great day at Vanology. I can't even speak.
Morning guys, so we've actually finished the ambulance build. It was a nice build. It was really good to have some straight walls on this one, and quite quirky as well, so it's time for a tour. So here he's got his main entrance door, and this is like a cupboard, and what he wanted was a wet locker in the bottom half, and then he wanted the top half to be a cupboard for the inside. So what we've just done in here is obviously created the space and then just lined it, so it's nice and clean, it's wipeable, nice and easy for him to use that for his wet and dirty items. Another feature I do like is when you open the door, it's got a double pop-out step, which is pretty cool. Right, coming in, but here we got the light switches, so I'll turn the ceiling light on. The other one, the customer wanted one full white strip and one red one. I don't know if that's showing too well on the camera. It looks quite white, but it's red. You can see the globe here. Right, the inside cupboard, he wanted to be able to put like his air fryer in that, so we've had the dimensions and that's been set so we can easily get those in and out. We've lined it and then just put a couple of shelves in with front lips so that he can use that for storage. We've done his kitchen. He wanted 3 drawers, and as I showed you previously, they're on the new catch latch systems that just keep that pressure on the door when you close it, so they're not going to rattle. And then a cutlery drawer, and then a 60 litre fridge. Now the bench for here initially was supposed to come to here, but he wanted his fridge on the right, and we realised quite quickly that his door's going to hit that bench and it would have only opened to about there. So what we've actually done is created a nice mitered, like it's like a kind of like a side table, and then we were able to start the bench. But we did do it so it was straight, and I didn't like it, so we've just angled it out a bit, gone into a sort of side panel for the bench, and then built his bench seat. Now on the front here we've got the vent for his diesel heater and a 230 socket down there, and then inside He's got plenty of storage, and the diesel heater was already fitted, so we were governed a bit by where the vents were already pre-drilled for that. And because his electric setup is inside that cupboard and his battery's in the bottom of it, we like to keep the inverter as close to it as possible. Now, we've also done the foam cushions for this, which are currently with the upholsterer. Charles picking them up this morning, so I'll come back later once those are done and we'll put those on. He's got 3 massive wall cabinets across this side. We even had to put 3 hinges on it so they would stay up. They were that heavy. And I say heavy, this is made out of lightweight ply, but because they're so big and so sort of long. But yeah, that's done. We've kept the tongue and groove flowing all the way up, and then you've got the carpet on the ceiling. And then on the other side we've done slightly smaller cabinets, same thing, just running all the way down. And then by here, this is where he wanted the dog bed, so he's got cushions and that to go inside there, so we've created a nice big opening. We've continued with all the external corners have all got the aluminium profiles on them, and I must admit I think it looks a lot nicer, as do the oak work top. So as I mentioned previous, the laminate we were going to fit in here that he supplied just wasn't in very good condition. So we've done the nice oak work tops, little rounded edges, and it's just finished that off really nice. Above the kitchen he wanted a USB point and another 230 socket, and then we have got some under wall lights. So on this one it's controlled by a rocker switch up there, as it is on this cupboard. There's another rocker switch just here. And then you may have noticed we got some controls for here. Now we did move, the diesel heater control was lower, but I moved it because this was going to go there, that was down there, but I just thought it looked nicer having the bigger item at the bottom, then the middle size, and then the smaller one, and it did, so we moved them about. So this turns on and off his inverter. That's his ceiling fan controls. So on the ambulance it came with a sort of standard fitted fan, and that's what that controls. This is diesel heater controls, and then you've got 3 switches. Now the middle one does the wall unit but here. The one facing the near side turns on his outside lighting, and the offside switch turns off the lighting that's running up his offside. Now he's also got 2 lights on the back, but we've done a switch up front because he uses that when reversing, so he can turn the lights on and off for the rear from inside the cab. So that's done. We've done him a nice single bed. We've got the 3 Scover beams in, did some custom made slats. We used the lightweight ply so that we could keep it nice and light, and he's got a nice big garage underneath there as well. Now something else we did do, we didn't like the finish on the fan. There was a square cut out and then the circular part, and we wasn't too keen on it when it was done. So one of the boys has made this surround, curved and chamfered the edge, and got some flexi ply and done an internal reveal here, and to be fair it looks a lot better than that did. So inside of it, very clean, nice light. I tell you what, I do like the space in these, and it was a pleasure to sort of work on, just having straight walls after all them months working on vans. We got all these different angles and corners, so that was good. I'll show you the garage. So in the garage, and then they're on pistons, so they come out nice and easy. So this is where we've blanked off the bed. He asked for a 12-volt cigarette socket in the garage. We've continued the Altro flooring, so this is the heavy duty flooring like you get in gyms and hospitals. Very heavy duty, we get in a lot of different shades, patterns. His diesel heater tank is just there. Yeah, that was already fitted, we didn't fit that, so customer's coming to pick this up this afternoon, but I know he doesn't want to be filmed, so unfortunately no customer reaction on this one. I'll just show you the electric boards we've got finished on this. So his electric hookup point is accessed by there. That was already fitted. And this is the electric system. So we've got a 300 amp hour Fogstar battery. We've got the 2 We got the two 435 watt panels up top on the unistrut, and they come down independently fused, PV isolators, and into their own MPPTs. Got a 40 amp DC to DC charger, and then you got his 12 volt isolator, 12 volt fuses, double poled consumer unit. And that is his electric system. And obviously just inside earlier you saw his 3 kilowatt inverter charger, so he can go off grid. Got loads of solar, got a decent sized DC to DC charger on that as well. So yeah, impressed with that. It was a nice little quick build for us to do. I think it took us about 3 weeks, and I'm really impressed with how that's come out. So the boys are in here. Martin's currently making a fridge cabinet, is that one?
Fridge cabinet, this is, yes.
So Martin's doing the fridge cabinet, Shane's doing the frontal for the toilet.
Correct, frontal for the toilet.
Now this is for the New Zealand van, which is actually missing. It's gone off for an MOT this morning, so we've took some measurements so we can keep on working on it and get that and keep building on it. We've had another van come in. Now I was excited for this one because it's an L4, it's an extra long wheelbase Staccato, which in my opinion is by far the best van you can convert. You get the length, you get the width, and you get the sort of more boxiness within the walls up top, so it's wider than like your Sprinter and Crafter and Iveco's. So really excited to do this one. We also had a delivery of another van over the weekend, but he's not booked until middle of July, so that's gone down to storage. We got another MAN TGE come in today and another van on Friday, so it's all go. Very busy, but I'm not happy, Matt.
What's the matter?
It's your last week with us.
I know. But I will return.
Yeah, so he's got a few jobs of his own he's going to go off and do, but he is coming back. He's sort of dipping in and out a little bit. But we got another chap joining us on Monday. It's an old friend of mine actually, and he's the only other person I know who's a qualified carpenter and electrician. So it could be very handy. He's also very meticulous as well. So we'll see how that gets on. That should be good for the business and good for helping us get through all these extra vans we've got on. Right, on that note, I'm going to get some work done and give Shane a hand doing the shower frontal. So we've got to do a cutout and some curved corners on it.
Because you now have to decide whether to take the £7,000 or shout out make you a millionaire and go to our big final. Now time is running out.
Those fucking things.
Because in less than